Have you ever had someone in your life who always needs to be the center of attention or never owns up to their crap? Did you just nod? Well, you are dealing with a full-on narcissist. Narcissists are pros at messing with your head. They will leave you dazed, annoyed, and doubting your own sanity. They have got these sneaky little mind games they love to play to keep you under their thumb. But don't sweat it. There are some dead giveaways to spot these egomaniacs from a mile away. Today we are diving into the twisted world of narcissists to expose their dirty little secrets. We will help you recognize these toxic folks before they turn your life into a dumpster fire. Let's begin this wild ride. First up, watch their faces when you call them out. Narcissists love to act all cool and collected, but their faces can betray them, especially when you criticize them. They can't help it. Their emotions slip through. You will see quick flashes of anger, like a brief glare that screams, "How dare you?" a clenched jaw ready to snap, or a tight-lipped smile that looks more like they are biting a lemon. These reactions happen because criticism is their worst nightmare, a direct hit to their overinflated egos. For example, you gave some helpful feedback to a narcissistic coworker. They will nod and grin like they are taking it in stride. But if you look closely, you will catch a quick flash of rage in their eyes, or a smile that never reaches their eyes. It is like watching a volcano ready to blow. These little signs show they can't handle being called out. Spotting these can help you deal with them better, since they hide their weak spots behind a front of fake confidence. Understand these cues, and you can tackle their twisted games without getting burned. Next up, these drama queens love stirring the pot. Narcissists need attention like we need air, and they will kick up a fuss just to get it. They will start arguments, blow small issues way out of proportion, or play the poor victim to drag everyone into their soap opera. It is their way of keeping all eyes on them and controlling the story. Say, for example, you are at a party and everything is chill. Suddenly, the narcissist decides to argue about something dumb, like the best way to peel a banana. Boom! Instant spotlight. They eat up the chaos and attention that conflicts bring because it feeds their need for validation and makes them feel important. This trick keeps them in the center of everything and forces others to play by their rules. Knowing this can help you avoid getting sucked into their unnecessary drama and keep your sanity intact. And now, for the juicy part, they are secretly insecure. Narcissists strut around like they own the place, but deep down, they are a mess of insecurities. Their whole confident act is just a cover for their wobbly self-esteem. They need constant pats on the back to feel good about themselves. And if they think you are dissing them, they freak out. Suppose your narcissistic buddy can't stop bragging about their latest amazing feat. But the moment someone else gets a compliment, they go all defensive or try to downplay it. Why? Because they are terrified of looking second-rate. Even with all their boasting, they are riddled with self-doubt and need non-stop validation to keep up their big, shiny image. So the next time they start showing off, just remember they are probably more fragile than your grandma's china. Another thing about narcissists is that they dodge responsibility like it's a tax bill. When things go south, you bet they are pointing fingers at everyone else to save their own skin. It is all about keeping their precious ego intact. Take this scenario. Your narcissistic coworker totally blows a deadline. Do they own up to it? Hell no. They start blaming everyone else, saying stuff like, "I would have finished if the team had done their part," or "Management's poor planning messed everything up." Basically, it is never their fault. That is what they believe. This way, they shift the spotlight off their screw-ups and keep up the act that they are perfect. So whenever they try to pass the buck, just know it is their classic move to keep their ego from crumbling. Here is another classic dark psychology move these freaks make: fake apologies. When narcissists say sorry, it is usually just another trick up their sleeve. They don't really mean it. They are just trying to get what they want or fix their image. When a narcissist apologizes by saying, "I am sorry you feel that way," it basically puts the blame back on you. Or they might say, "I am sorry if I did something to upset you," making it sound like maybe they didn't even do anything wrong. These half-hearted apologies are all about keeping things smooth without actually admitting they messed up or planning to change. Number 6, narcissists are empathy vacuums, and you can really see it in their apologies. Even when they say sorry, it is like they are reading from a script with zero feeling. They just don't get or care how their actions mess with other people's heads. Imagine a narcissist goes, "I am sorry, but I didn't mean to hurt you," focusing on their intentions, not the actual damage they caused. It is all about them, not you. Their apologies feel as genuine as a knockoff Rolex. This lack of empathy makes their sorries come off as hollow and fake. So when you hear one of their robotic apologies, you know they are not really feeling it. They are just going through the motions. Next, let's talk about how narcissists are crazy jealous. Their jealousy is off the charts, and it makes them manipulate everyone around them. They can't stand seeing others succeed because it messes with their fragile egos, so they will do whatever it takes to stay on top. Take, for example, you tell your narcissistic friend about your awesome promotion. Instead of being happy for you, they say something like, "Congrats, but I heard it wasn't that hard to get this year." This way, they will make your achievement seem like no big deal. They can even go so low that they spread rumors to make you look bad. This kind of manipulation is their way of feeling better about themselves and keeping control. So if they start downplaying your success, just know it is their jealousy talking. Alright, here is a fun twist. Narcissists' love or hate for alone time can change based on where they are from. It is wild how culture messes with their heads. Research shows that their need to avoid people because of their hostility and defensiveness varies by country. Take Germany, for example. German narcissists would want to hide away more and dodge social scenes to protect their precious image. But in the good old USA, they will not mind being out and about thanks to different social vibes and cultural norms. So, whether a narcissist loves their alone time or crave the spotlight can totally depend on their cultural background. It is just another way these egomaniacs keep things interesting. Number 9. Narcissists are scared stiff of authority figures like cops. Hilarious, right? These control freaks with their sky-high egos can't stand being under someone else's thumb. When they face authority, their fragile self-esteem takes a hit and makes them defensive or downright hostile. Picture this funny scenario. A narcissist gets caught doing something shady. Instead of owning up, they go all out with excuses and finger-pointing, saying stuff like, "This is all a big mix-up. I didn't do anything wrong." Just like always, they will try to dodge responsibility. Their fear of being exposed or losing control makes them freak out when dealing with authority. It is like watching a bad actor in a cheap drama. Next up, narcissists love socializing because it's their playground for getting admiration and validation. They use social events to show off and soak up attention. Suppose you see a narcissist at a party. They will dominate every conversation, constantly bragging and steering the topic back to their supposed greatness. They will latch onto the high-status folks by dropping lines like, "Did you hear I just closed a massive deal?" over and over to keep the spotlight on themselves. This desperate need for admiration drives them to always be the center of attention in social settings. When you spot this behavior, it helps you understand why they are always the loudest in the room, craving recognition and praise like it is oxygen. Alright, let's talk about how narcissists are a hot mess when it comes to emotions. They can't regulate their feelings, which means they swing between feeling like they are on top of the world and wallowing in shame. This emotional roller coaster makes them act impulsively and unpredictably. Say a narcissist loses a game. Instead of just moving on, they blow up in anger or sulk like a child. One second they are bragging about how amazing they are, and the next, they are having a meltdown over the slightest critique. This constant emotional chaos makes it nearly impossible for them to maintain stable relationships. It further leads to endless drama and misunderstandings. So, if you notice someone going from king of the hill to a temper tantrum in no time flat, you are most likely dealing with a narcissist who just can't keep their emotions in check. Number 12 is that narcissists are validation junkies, always needing others to prop up their fragile egos. They constantly chase after praise, admiration, and acknowledgement to feel important and superior. You will see it in their behavior, fishing for compliments, bragging about their achievements, or pulling stunts to get attention. Think of a narcissistic coworker who can't stop reminding everyone about their past glories, asking leading questions to get compliments, or exaggerating their role in team projects. They will say stuff like, "Wasn't my presentation just fantastic?" to get you to feed their ego. This endless need for validation comes from deep insecurities and a lack of real self-worth. This makes them dependent on others to keep up their inflated self-image. Without constant approval, their fake confidence starts to crumble. Finally, narcissists love to compete in the most destructive ways just to feel superior. They see other people's success as a direct threat and will do anything to outshine, belittle, or sabotage their competition. It is not about just winning. It is about proving they are the top dog. Take a narcissistic coworker, for example, again. If someone else gets a promotion, they will spread nasty rumors to tear that person down or steal credit for other people's work to look better. They will say things like, "I had to fix their mess to finish the project," to make themselves look like the hero while trashing everyone else. This need to feel on top creates a toxic environment that is full of jealousy, backstabbing, and manipulation. This relentless competition can destroy team morale, create endless conflicts, and make the workplace unbearable for everyone else. When you understand and spot these behaviors, they can help you protect your mental health and deal with the chaos they create. Dealing with narcissists can be a real trip, but knowing their dark tricks makes it easier. They are always fishing for praise and trying to outdo everyone because they are super insecure. Spot these habits, and you will be better equipped to dodge their manipulative moves and keep your relationships drama-free. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to leave a like. If you're interested in more videos like this one, hit the subscribe and notification bell to always be the first to know when a new video is up. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.